Hi, I'm Troy Hughes with Los Alamos Fire Department, reminding you that fall's upon us and winter's soon coming, so we'll start using our appliances more, like our furnace, our fireplaces. Make sure you get those appliances checked by a certified technician, especially the fireplaces. Make sure you've got a good chimney sweep, get that thing good and clean and ready to burn, and make sure you have a good working CO detector and smoke alarm in your home if you're going to use those appliances.
Hi, I'm Daniel Roberts, a commander at Los Alamos Police Department. This year, the police department has joined the Be Visible campaign. As the weather warms up and people are going outside to exercise, walk, run, or some of the kids are riding their bikes, we're trying to join the Be Visible campaign, which is talking about safety equipment so people are more visible to oncoming traffic. Los Alamos Police Department is joining with a lot of other community members on giving out items such as reflective bands, bike stickers, reflective tape, shoelaces that are reflective so in low light it reflects off the headlights of cars. We remind people that are out and about to try to be visible, use flashlights, wear bright clothing, and do anything that's possible to bring their attention that somebody's outside on the side of the street. So we look forward to seeing anybody out there. We will be setting up various booths at organizations, and we have items to hand out. So be safe out there and try to be visible.
Well, everybody, and right now we're ready for baseball as the Hilltoppers come down here to Espanola Valley to take on the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. And of course, this is the second game. We just packed up from the first game at softball, but the Hilltopper girls won 18-0, and now we're up here just getting ready. We finally got everything ready, all the paperwork, and they came up with the first batter. And the first batter for Los Alamos was Caden Thornton, and he got a nice single. He ended up on first base. And so right now at the plate for Los Alamos is the left fielder, Ty Swagley. So Mike, this is Gene Mortensen with Mike Mays, and it's going to be our pleasure to bring you this ball game. But the first ball game, we thought the softball game was going to be a really, really close game. Ended up 18-0. And we came up here, we got here, it was right at the end of the ball game, and Hilltoppers winning 3-1 as it went to full 7 innings. So we got up here, the Hilltoppers were up to bat. They had the bases loaded. The batter was walked. That made it. It was 2-1, made it 3-1. That's what it ended up. Ty Swagley at the plate right now and on the plate on the mound for Espanola is Zach Salazar. And it's a windy, windy day. My son-in-law, Mike Catco, told me it's going to be a windy day. We got here at 9 o'clock, and the game was supposed to start, softball game was supposed to start at 10. We were then informed it was going to start at 11. Not a breeze, not a whisper until the first pitch. As soon as that first pitch came across, it's like somebody opened up what is it, Samantha's box or whatever, Pandora's box. Samantha opened up Pandora's, and a hard hit way, way deep center field, and that one's going to drop in. No, wait, let's see. No, they got it way out there in deep center field. I couldn't tell at first whether he caught it or not. He did pull it in. So it turns out that Ty Swagley flies out to center, and that will now bring up for the Hilltoppers Grant Watkins.
Stolen base attempt for, oh boy, and the Thornton gets in just in front of the tag. The throw a little bit offline to second base, Gene. Had that had been online, I think they get him. But the shortstop pulled a little bit off the bag, and Thornton able to slide to the front of the bag and get in there with his head first slide. So Thornton on second rather, and we're gonna have a base hit into right field.
Yeah, Grant Watkins is a left-handed batter, and boy, he lays a line drive into left field and then right field, and then in the meantime, with all the throwing around by Espanola, throwing the ball to different players, anyway, so that allows Caden Thornton to come around and score. So he moved to third immediately, but then he saw that he had a golden opportunity to take it home, so he did. So the Hilltoppers now lead 1-0. We thought all these games were going to be very close, but I don't know. We had that blowout down at the softball. We always seem to pick the wrong game.
Yeah, and then it looked like we had a classic up here that we didn't watch in game one. Toppers, this will be the third meeting between those two teams. Toppers, like we said, won the first game 3-1. The first meeting of their season in Los Alamos. Toppers held on for a 24-3 victory in that one. Just hung on right at the end.
Yes. So there's a throw to first, trying to catch Grant Watkins off the bag.
So the way we were predicting the outcomes of these games, I'm sure this will be another blowout.
Probably. Taylor Drake up to bat for Los Alamos right now. He is the pitcher for the Hilltoppers. And the count right now is 2-0 to Taylor. Taylor will be followed by Charles Steinkamp.
Snap throw down to first from the catcher, and that throw low, trying to get Watkins. Again, if that throw's online, I think they get him.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the throws from the catcher had been just slightly off, just slightly. There's a called strike against Taylor. That should make it 3-1.
So he will foul off this pitch. And
Yes, he will. This will be a foul ball, and then we'll go to 3-2. That's the protocol. There it is, fouled off. The protocol is to take 3 ball, take the next meat ball pitch, then foul off the next pitch, and then at this point it's anything you want to do, anything goes, and he ends up getting walked.
a little bit low on that one. Actually, not a bad pitch. I think Taylor thought about swinging, but was able to check his swing and pick up the walk. We saw in that first game, Gene, what we saw in the end of the home plate umpire. I mean, his strike zone was as tight as the strike zone I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, it certainly was, and it would take him about 5 seconds to indicate whether it was a strike or not. He'd come right down the middle, and he'd just stand there, and finally, after about 5 seconds, he'd raise his fist, and he wasn't in any hurry. But at the plate right now for the Hilltoppers is Charles Steinkamp. Charles, big, tall boy, and a good hitter. Had a home run last week against Milwaukee.
Oh, and that was a bomb.
What was it? Yeah, he came in the game as a pinch runner. This one he fouls up. This is going to go out of play down the first baseline. Actually, Tyler came in to run for Ty Swavely. Ty had moved around. He got on base, and then on a hit, he moved around to third and got into third okay, but I'm not sure what happened. Because anyway, they stopped play, and then the coach came out, Jason Martinez came out, and they discussed everything, and then they put Charles in for Ty Swavely. Because I don't know what happened to Ty. It didn't look like anything happened at 30. Must have twisted his ankle or something. Charles came up to bat for him at about the 5th inning, and I think that ball is still going. So now Charles Steinkamp draws a walk.
That's going to load the bases here, and immediately one of the Sun Devil coaches out to the mound. Bases loaded, just 1 out here, top of the first inning. Topper's already with a run in. 1-0 ball game, and Zach Salazar, the pitcher, having a little trouble finding the plate. Already walked Taylor Drake, and then walks Charles Steinkamp on 5 pitches. Only one, even the strike was a little iffy.
Yeah,
but we're gonna have a golden runner.
Oh, all right, here we go.
We have our golden runner in the ball game, taking over for Drake at second base. That is Diego Rodriguez. He is a junior, and that's a very important job. Your golden runner.
Oh, absolutely. And let's see, at the plate, it should be Jack Moody.
That is correct.
So Jack Moody up to bat with the bases loaded, 1 away here in the top of the first inning as the Hilltoppers taking on Espanola. And the first game was a pretty good game, came right down. It was 2-1. Hilltoppers had a run walked in the top of the 7th, and then Espanola put a runner on first base in the bottom of the 7th. It looked like they were going to have somewhat of a rally. There's a hit down to third base, throw to first in time, and so that will score a run. Coming in from third base to score, that was Grant Watkins. Watkins comes in to score. That makes it now 2-0 in favor of Los Alamos here in the top of the first inning. Taylor Drake moves on over to third. Charles Steinkamp goes to second. Jack Moody out on the grounding out to the third base. And this will bring up Lucas Maestas. Lucas is the second baseman. So they move the people around. It's Jason Martinez. He's done a good job. But these Hilltoppers are undefeated in district play and still undefeated as they came into this ball game. Right now they're 7-0. They were 6-0 coming into this game. Right now they're 7-0. They're complete control of this district. And they've got, let's see, I don't know if they have anybody. I guess I'm not sure. Let's see who they have left. They have Towson, Moriarty, and Powauke. Moriarty and Powauke are not going to be a problem.
Yeah, Moriarty really been struggling. I don't know if they'll have they had no problem with Powauke in a doubleheader last weekend. So,
and there's a strike called at Jack Moody. He wanted to go for that. Or Lucas Maestas, I'm sorry. He wanted to go for that. Tried to check his swing, couldn't. He gets a called strike. And there he pops one out into left field. And that's going to be pulled in by the left fielder. And so that will end the inning as they fly out now to Hadrian Garcia. So Hadrian comes in, makes the catch. So Lucas Maestas flying out to right field. I think I said left field. Actually, let me check that again. That is not okay. Right fielder is Lauren B. Hill. Okay. So Lucas flies out to right field. That ends the inning, but the Hilltoppers bring in 2 runs. And they strand 2 on base. 2-0 now the score, Mike, after one half inning.
yeah, Toppers with a pair of hits there in that top of the first, so and a couple of walks as well. So rocky start to the game for Zach Sanchez, the Sun Devil pitcher. Toppers, by the way, as you said, Gene, 7-0. If they win this ball game, are going to be in very, very good position to take the district title with 3 winnable games back to back coming up. So Toppers will be in excellent position. So set the Topper defense for you very quick. Elijah Ortiz playing first base, getting the start in this second ball game. Lucas Maestas at second. Jack Moody is the third baseman at shortstop today. Maddox Martinez. The left fielder is Ty Swavely, Caden Thornton in center, and Charles Steinkamp in right. Behind the plate is Esteban Trujillo. He's the flex player. And on the mound, Taylor Drake. And Taylor, the thing about Taylor, he just takes forever between pitches. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, he cuts the game time about in half. As soon as he catches that thing in his glove, he pulls it out and he's pitching it again.
Yeah, he and Grant Watkins, who pitched and won the first game, kind of the same way, but Taylor does not even. He's already back on the mound before he gets the ball, or he's back on the slab before he already gets the ball back from the catcher. So he doesn't waste a whole lot of time.
So we're ready to go here. Espanola in the bottom of the first inning. They're going to bring up Marcus Salazar. He is the center fielder. He'll be followed by Zach Salazar, the pitcher, and then the shortstop, Tyler Lomamaya, friend of Aunt Jemima.
Yes,
Lomamaya.
Yes, makes excellent pancakes.
So right now, Marcus at the plate, and see the count right now is 2-0. He's going to put a foul ball down the right side, right field baseline. And so the leadoff batter here is the Hilltoppers lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the first inning, just underway. Marcus Salazar, this pitch gets away from Esteban. So it was low and outside, and almost impossible to catch that one. So it slams back against the brick wall they have behind the plate. So the count right now is 3-1, and there's an outside pitch for the ball. So Taylor starts things off against Marcus Salazar by putting a runner on first base with the walk. That's going to bring up Zach Salazar. Zach is the pitcher.
Boy, we saw Taylor last week, and he, I don't know if he threw 4 balls in that entire ball game.
Yeah. Oh yes. There's a bunt. It's going to be picked up by Taylor Drake over to first, and plenty of time, but on the fielder's choice. Marcus Salazar goes down to second, and then Zach Salazar thrown out by the pitcher Taylor Drake on the fielder's choice.
So Zach doing exactly what he was asked to do, move the runner over into scoring position. That is going to bring up freshman and batting in the 3-hole, Tyler Lomayama. And wow, Tyler is not a big guy. I'll tell you what, not a prototypical number 3 batter, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a shortstop.
Short. He's at shortstop, and he is, and he's the number 3 batter, and he's a freshman. But he isn't. I mean, the catcher's crouched behind him, and he's not a lot taller than that.
You're right. So the pitch comes down, and it's outside. So the ball right now to Lomamaya is that's going to be 2-0.
Wow. So Taylor has fallen behind every batter so far.
Yes, he walks the first one. Way behind against Lomamaya. 2-0 ball game. Swing and miss. Makes it 2-1.
And that was just straight power pitching fastball there. Taylor just said that one went right down the pipe and he said, "Here, hit this." And Lomayama way behind on it.
So here comes Taylor with the 2-1 pitch. Has a runner on second base. This one's going to get away from Esteban Trujillo, the catcher. And so moving down to third base is Marcus Salazar. So on the pass ball, Marcus goes down. So he's in very good scoring position right now. There's one away on that fielder's choice. And so Tyler Lomamaya at the plate for us. And like Mike said, not a very big boy, only a freshman. But Taylor zooms one down, and that's going to... Whoa.
Oh, wow. And Lomamaya threw his bat away, running down to first, and then very, very late strike call.
Yeah, it was.
That was a borderline pitch.
Yeah, it was low and outside. I guess it caught the corner. I guess Lomamaya was about 10 feet down the baseline. Already had gotten rid of the bat. So I fouls this one off. So the count's going to stay it's a full 3-2. Runner on third base. There's one away. And at the plate right now is the freshman Tyler Lomamaya. And he's at a 3-2 count. So he's trying to save his bats. And let's see what Taylor Drake comes up with here. Taylor, this one's going to be blowing outside. That looked just like the pitch that they threw the last time, where he took off down toward the baseline, had to come back. But he draws a walk, so that's 2 walks that Taylor Drake has given up, and that's unusual. Taylor, a very, very good pitcher. And now that'll bring up Jaden Griego. He's the third baseman, and we have runners now on first and third, one away. Big kid, the cleanup hitter for Espanola, Jaden Griego. And he looks like if he gets a hold of that ball, it could go somewhere. Big, husky kid. So runners on first and second, and there goes the runner. And it's a hit and run, but it doesn't matter. So it's going to go a nice base hit out into right field. Picking it up for Los Alamos out there in right field in a hurry. He caught it. It was a line drive. He picked it up on about the second bounce out there in right field, and so he brings it back in. And
Charles Steinkamp.
Oh yeah, Charles Steinkamp
out there. But boy, you don't run a hit and run any better than they just did. That was exactly what you're supposed to do. The runner took off. Second baseman rolling over to back up second base, and the pitch and the hitter went right between first and second, exactly as he's taught to do. You just don't run it better than that.
No, you don't. And so at the plate was Adrian Padilla. He's the first baseman, and Adrian.
He's going to pop up, and Taylor Drake coming off the mound to catch that one. So that should have been an infield fly. I did not hear that call, but it doesn't matter. Taylor did catch it. So But 2 down here, still runners at first and second. And up to the plate for the Sun Devils is Lauren Vigil, the right fielder. Vigil, a right-handed batter. And so good station-to-station baseball here early in this bottom of the first by the Sun Devils. Now Esteban Trujillo going over to talk to his pitcher. I don't, maybe they weren't on the same page there signal-wise.
Yeah, so they have right now they have runners on first and second as Marcus Salazar came in to score on that play. That makes it now 2-1 here. The Hilltoppers up in the bottom of the first inning, and the way this inning is going, Mike, we're going to be here till 10 o'clock. I cannot believe how long this inning is taking.
This is, yeah, it's not like we're piling up the runs right now either.
We'd have been through 3 baseball innings by now, softball innings. So anyway, at the plate is Lauren Vigil.
Runners take off.
They're going down to third. And to throw to third, and it gets away from the third baseman, Grant Watkins, and so they try to stretch it into the plate. So trying to come home that time was Tyler Lomamaya, and Lomamaya he'd gone down to third, and he got there in plenty of time, but the throw to third was off. One rolled out into left field, and then coming in from left field that time, and I mean, beautiful play for Los Alamos. That's coming in from left field was Ty Swavely. And then he scooped it up, and they brought it to the plate, and they catch Lomamaya sliding into the plate, trying to pick up the second run. So good play by Los Alamos, even though they let Lomamaya steal third, and then the ball got away from him, but they were able to scoop it back up and catch him trying to bring it home to tie the ball game. It's a good defensive play for Los Alamos, even though they did have the error on the stolen base.
So after one complete inning, the Toppers up 2-1. The Sun Devils getting 1 run back in that bottom of the first on 1 hit. Beautifully executed hit and run play by the Sun Devils. 1 topper error, it did not cost them, and 1 left on base. So after 1 inning of play, 2-1 in favor of Los Alamos. And Eugene, as we were saying before the ball game, we went down to do the first ball game of softball, thinking that was going to be a hard-fought ball game, and the Toppers put up 13 runs in the second inning, and ended up winning that one 18-0. Meanwhile, based on the first game between these two teams, we didn't think the Sun Devil baseball team was going to be able to do much against Los Alamos. That one went right down to the wire.
Yes, it did. It was 3-1, and Espanola starting a rally in the bottom of the 7th, and the Hilltoppers only got that 3rd run as they loaded the bases in the top of the 7th, and they had a run walked in, made it 3-1, but Espanola was still not out of it. So standing up for Los Alamos right now.
We have Maddox Martinez at the plate right now, the number 8 batter. He'll be followed by Elijah Ortiz. Then we'll swing around to the top of the order for Caden Thornton. So 8, 9, and 1 due up here in the top of the 2nd inning against Sun Devil pitcher Zach Salazar. 1 and 2 the count to Martinez. And that one, boy, trying to get Martinez to chase a low ball. And boy, that wasn't off by much.
No, it wasn't. 2-2 count. Right now is over to Maddox. Nice hit by Maddox. That's going to come down to just by the first baseman, and so Maddox is going to be safe at first. That was right down the right field line. I thought that was going to be an easy play over there at first base, but it just and Adrian Padilla got away from Adrian, went out into right field, picked up there in right field by Lauren V. Hill, but they brought it back in. And Maddox Martinez just starts things off and gets on an error over at first base. And so he's at first. That'll bring up the bottom of the order for Los Alamos, and that'll be Elijah Ortiz, and he is the first baseman for the Hilltoppers.
So, yeah, just really not pretty routine ground ball to first base, and Padilla looked like it handcuffed him. It didn't look like he was going to have any trouble with it, and he just didn't he didn't just could not get his glove on it, and it scooted away from him.
So the catcher makes the throw down to first base. Zachary Serrano heading it over to Adrian Padilla, trying to catch Maddox, but Maddox dives back once again. Eliza Ortiz standing there at bat for Los Alamos. A called strike on Elijah. That's going to make the count 1-2 to the first baseman. He's the number 9 batter, and so will be followed by Caden Thornton, who is the lead-up hitter for Los Alamos in the lineup. And so Elijah swings away and strikes out. So that's going to make it 1 away on the Hilltoppers. Now we go to the top of the order, and we're going to put up Caden Thornton, who got a nice hit in the first inning. Started things off with a nice single, and then he came around to score. So Caden scored the first run of this ball game, and he's back to the plate again here in the top of the second inning. Caden, the center fielder for Los Alamos.
First pitch fastball. I thought that caught the outside corner, but the umpire disagrees.
Yeah, no, it looked awfully good. But Caden takes a swing at this, pops it up foul, and almost getting to it, almost trying his best with Zachary Serrano. And he had a chance. But it came right down up, dropped right in front of the brick wall. There's a little brick retaining wall there, about 3 bricks high, big bricks. and then, but you're trying to catch it. You're trying to see where the ball is. You're trying to see where the brick wall is.
Yeah, there is some padding back there, but not where that foul ball is.
Oh,
and so Serrano's got to,
that's where you just say, "To heck with it."
Yeah, don't want to go headlong into that brick wall. And a nice pitch there from Salazar. Catches the inside corner. 1-2 the count to Thornton.
Yeah, Caden Thornton. And Caden's going to put one out into left field, and that's going to score a run. Run's coming to the plate. Doesn't have to slide, so not going to make the highlight reel. There's a throw down to second as Caden Thornton decided to stretch it to 2, and he does. So Caden ends up on second
no,
base.
They're going to call him out.
They did call him out?
Yes, and I think that was the right call. Closer play than I was thinking, but I think they applied the tag in time. So I believe that is a correct call. But in the event Martinez will score, I'll make it a 3-1 ball game. But rolling the dice there was Caden. I'm not quite sure why. It really wasn't. If you're not 100% sure you're going to make it, there's no point in going.
Yeah, and it was pretty routine single. So, it was like not the kind you usually are able to stretch into a double. And so finally now the Ty Swaley had come to the plate while we were blabbering on, and Ty ends up driving is the left fielder. He ends up getting a walk. So he goes down to first. Nobody on before that for Los Alamos. Let's see. And so
that's going to bring up Grant Watkins to the plate with 2 out. Runner on first base. And now Serrano going up to talk to his pitcher. So both catchers not liking what they're seeing out of their pitchers.
No. So here comes Grant Watkins. Boy, there's a home run swing for you. He was aiming that thing at Los Alamos. So Grant, who usually pitches or plays third base, and so this pitch is going to be low and inside, and so Grant, see what position is. Grant's a designated hitter, so he's not even in the field in this particular ball game, but he is batting, and he bats for Esteban Trujillo, the catcher. And so there's a ground ball down to first. Easy play for Espanola. And so Grant Watkins just grounds out to the first baseman unassisted. All he got to do is pick up the ball, step on the bag. But the Hilltoppers do get 1 run in. So They started off the inning at 2-0. They end the inning at 3-0. And so now Mike will roll around to the bottom of the second inning. Who we got?
So due up for the Sun Devils in this inning. We have the right fielder. No, I'm sorry. We have the second baseman, Leonardo Arevalo. I don't know if Michelangelo and Raphael made the trip with him, but he is the second baseman. Then we have designated hitter Ricky Padilla. And then the bottom of the order, Hadrian Garcia, the left fielder. So 7, 8, 9 due up for the Sun Devils here in this bottom of the second inning to face Taylor Drake. And boy, Gene, in that first inning, Drake walking a couple of batters, you just don't see that very often.
No, you really do not.
So we'll see if Drake can settle down here in the second inning. He was throwing very hard. He just he was missing everything really low, which is not, and that's not his forte either. He likes going upstairs on a lot of batters, and he's usually pretty successful at it. But he was missing low, and I think it was one or two calls that he did not get the benefit of, but was not. He is usually in full command of everything he throws, and just did not have it in that first inning.
So they bring up the right fielder, Lauren B. Hill, and this is the first time up for Lauren. Espanola put up 5 batters in that first inning. So he is the number 6 in the lineup, Lauren B. Hill, the right fielder. He'll be followed by Leonardo Arevalo.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you are absolutely correct, Gene. What happened there was Lauren was on when Lauren was up to bat.
Yes.
When there was that play at the plate resulting in out number 3. So Lauren is still up to bat. My mistake.
Yeah.
Well, he's not up to bat anymore.
He was the last batter of the first inning, and now he's the first batter of the bottom of the second, and he ends up striking out. And boy, here comes a wind, batting down all the hatches because it's just getting stronger and stronger.
So that's Leonardo Arevalo up to bat.
And wind kills us because we have to tape everything down, hang on to everything. And the rain is not so bad because the problem with the rain is they'll stop the game. So we don't lose anything there. Boy, nice pitch that time by Taylor Drake just on the outside corner to a right-handed batter. And that right-handed batter, of course, is Leonardo Arevalo. Swing and miss on a beautiful pitch by Taylor Drake. Wow, he just brought that thing in around the knees and 100 miles an hour. So 2 strikeouts right now. So that's interesting, Mike. He starts off the ball game in the last inning. He starts it off with a couple of walks. And now he starts this one off with 2 very impressive strikeouts.
That's going to bring Ricky Padilla to the plate.
Is it Wiki?
Ricky.
I thought you said Wiki. I thought my Wiki. His last name Pedia.
Wikipedia. Yes, Wikipedia. Exactly.
I guess if my last name was Pedia, I'd name my kid Wiki.
You might as well.
Yeah. Everybody's going to call him that anyway. Boy, nice pitch, but it's called a ball.
Wow, was just. I thought he got that right at the top of the strike zone, but the umpire disagrees. That was a heck of a pitch.
Yeah, 1-2 pitch, and he swings and misses. Actually, he got a hold of it and tipped it foul, but right there was Esteban Trujillo to pull it in for the final out. So 3 strikeouts right off the bat here in the bottom of the second inning for Taylor Drake. So Taylor had a little trouble settling down in that first inning, but he didn't have any trouble getting in the groove in this one. So that's going to make it 3-1. The Hilltoppers up after 2 full innings of play. We're going to move around into the third inning for the Hilltoppers. Mike will set the lineup for us.
Absolutely. Taylor Drake, who struck out the lineup, will be first up for the Toppers here in this top of the third inning. He'll be followed by right fielder Charles Steinkamp, and then Jack Mude, the third baseman. If any of those gentlemen get on, Lucas Maestas, the second baseman, will come up to bat for Los Alamos. They will face Zach Salazar, who got in a little bit of trouble in the first inning. Gave up a couple of runs. Actually could have gotten out of the second inning unscathed, but an error leads to a run for the Toppers. So Zach down 3-1 here, heading into the top of the third inning, and facing his counterpart, Taylor Drake.
So Taylor jumped to the plate. Like Mike said, he walked in the first inning and ended up stranded on third. He was followed by Charles Steinkamp, who also walked, and Charles ended up stranded on first. I guess Taylor made it to third. Charles did make it to second. That's as far as they got. So Taylor Drake again at the plate for the Toppers, and this pitch is going to be a little low, so the count now is going to be at 2-1. Is the count for on the scoreboard. And there's a nice hit out into, that's going to go into right center field, and rounding first and then pulling up. So a nice little hit right out into the outfield. So standard, routine, beautiful base hit by Taylor Drake. And so Drake gets on at first, so he goes out into right center field with that single. And now here comes Charles Steinkamp. And Charles, like I say, walked in the first inning with it. In that last game against Milwaukee, I mean, he pasted that thing over the fence. And my golly, I mean, what a boomer that thing was. So Charles at the plate. He's the right fielder for the Hilltoppers. First pitch is going to be a little high, which is kind of tough to do with Charles. I don't know how tall he is, but he's got to be about 6'3" or so. And so they got to give John his peanut M&Ms to keep him going.
Yeah, he's dragging a little bit. So.
He's all that energy. He's all over the place. Thank you, sir. And so Charles at the plate. And this one, he's going to put this into center field. So he gets the base hit, and he's going to stretch it to 2. In fact, he's going to stretch it to 3 as they're having trouble fielding it out there. So they bring it home. So they just bring the ball in home. And so Charles decided to head for third. Taylor Drake comes in to score. Charles heads for third, gets about halfway there, and decides, no, I don't think so.
No, Drake did not come around. He got held up.
He did. He got held up on that.
He got held up on that. He did not get a good jump off of first base, and it was a little. Actually, that's not Taylor. That's the golden runner there. That is Diego Rodriguez. But Diego did not get any kind of jump off of first base. I thought, well,
this one's going to get away from the catcher. Goes up against the brick wall. Comes right back to the catcher.
Boy, and anywhere else, yeah, that's an easy run, but you know that comes off. There is some padding there, and that padding isn't particularly softer than the bricks, and that came right back to the catcher Serrano. He almost didn't have to stand up to get it.
Yes, so called strike against Jack Mude. So right now the runners. The Hilltoppers have runners on second and third, and nobody out. Jack Mude is at the plate, and Charles Steinkamp is at second as he got that nice single out into the outfield, and then so he comes down to second. I mean, it took him forever. In fact, Charles Steinkamp started heading for third, and then he saw that I guess at this point he was about halfway there, and then he saw that Taylor Drake got held up at third, so he had to tail it back to second base. And now Jack Mude called out on strikes. Well, that makes it 1 away. That'll bring up Lucas Maestas. He's the second baseman. First pitch fouled up. That one's going to be out of play. down the bleachers. We had a foul ball in the first softball game, came right smack over our head, came down right behind us, and which is one thing I always worry about. Came down, hit the bleachers right smack behind us, and then rebounded off of the bleachers right into Mike's back.
Yeah, got me good.
Got hit by the pitcher.
Yeah, got me good about a third of the way down the back. So, but yeah, it wasn't. I've had worse.
So, ball out into left field. Going to be an easy play out there at left field, but
oh no, it's dropped.
He dropped that ball. He had it in his glove.
Well, let's see what they call here. Maybe they're going to say that he had it long enough. Yeah, I think they're going to say that he held it long enough to record the out. But that ball ended up on the ground. Tagging was Diego Rodriguez, and that ball was not very deep into the outfield. I think had he made the exchange cleanly, there might have been a play at home.
Yeah, that might have been because he certainly had plenty of time. It came right to him, and of course, then let's see, Diego Rodriguez running for Charles Steinkamp. He had to hold up at third to see whether he caught the ball or not, and it certainly looked like he caught it. I mean, it came down into his glove. There's Hilltopper's trying to steal third, and the ball gets away from the catcher. So the pitch was low. I think it hit the foot of the catcher, Zachary Serrano. I think it hit him in the foot. Anyway, the ball just shot away from him. So the Hilltoppers easily move Lucas Maestas down to, let's see who's up, Maddox?
Yeah, Maddox is up.
Yeah.
Steinkamp actually on third base right now. And that one in the dirt. And then, boy, Serrano with a nice stop. Serrano was taking a beating in this inning.
Yeah, he is.
Boy, that last one caught him on the foot. That one might have caught him in the breadbasket.
Yeah, that first one, I mean, really hit his foot really hard. So I know. And now I think Serrano right now is getting a little frustrated because he had a little trouble with that final pitch, which was a ball.
I don't think that was a pitch he was expecting.
No, it wasn't. He pulled it up and then he kind of shook the ball in the air in front of him, kind of like a frustration move.
Yeah, exactly. And I think he was looking for something different.
Yeah, Maddox walks. That'll bring up right now for the Hilltoppers. Elijah Ortiz should be at the plate.
Yes, Elijah is at the plate. This is his second trip to the plate. Struck out his first time up in the top of the second. But golden opportunity here, first and third for Elijah.
Yeah, so they have the throw down to second, and they get him.
They got him.
The Hilltoppers trying to steal second. And that was Lucas Maestas trying to steal. See, that was.
Yeah, that was Lucas.
Lucas trying to steal second.
And that was a heck of a throw there by Serrano to get him. Maddox actually looked like he got a decent jump off of first, but Serrano just threw an absolute bullet, and that wasn't even close at second base.
No, it really wasn't. So the catcher throws him out on the attempted steal, and so that will end the inning. So Elijah Ortiz he'll be up first, and then when we come up into the bottom of the fourth inning. But anyway, the Hilltoppers trying to make the steal. They had a runner on third, but the Espanola rolled the dice, and so as he took off, and so jumping up, Zachary Serrano made a perfect throw to second, and then they catch Maddox trying to slide in, but they got him big time. So that ends the inning. And right now, after 2.5 innings of play, the Hilltoppers lead in this ballgame 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-1.
4-1 right now.
4-1.
4-1, and hitting in the bottom of the third. But boy, I'm not a fan of the call of trying to steal in that situation, Gene. That wasn't.
No.
And then the frankly the play wasn't even that close.
No,
they got Maddox by a full step and a half.
Yeah, they really did. And so we move around to the bottom of the third inning, and we'll be looking at the left fielder. He's the number 9 batter, Hadrian Garcia. So Hadrian Garcia will be at the plate. He'll be followed by the leadoff hitter, normally Marcus Salazar, and then Zach Salazar. The count right now is 1-1 to the leadoff batter.
Drake, after kind of a rocky first inning, he's really settled down.
Yeah, he really has it. At first, he was having a heck of a time finding the plate. Walked back-to-back batters, but got out of the inning with only 1 run. But came in that second inning, and it was just 1, 2, 3, you're out. And that was all there was to it. Great stop that time by Esteban Trujillo as the ball was in the dirt. But Esteban was able to knock it down with his glove and then scoop it up. That holds the runner.
So 3-1 the count here.
Oh, 3-1 the count. Let's see. Nobody to hold. Sorry about that.
That's all right. But I gotta say, pretty much top to bottom this year, the defensive play from the catchers, I mean, baseball and softball has been outstanding this year.
Really has. So here we go again. Hadrian Garcia heading down to first base. And boy, we got a Leslie Neal. I guess when he saw Hadrian take off, boy, we got a Leslie Nielsen strikeout, or a strike at least. And so this ball is going to go out into right field. Charles Steinkamp dives for it, cannot get to it. And then sliding into second base, safe is Hadrian Garcia. So that ball went out into right field. Charles Steinkamp thought he had a chance at it, laid out completely, dove for it, hit the turf, and could not pull it in. So in the meantime, Hadrian Garcia just tools around to second base, and
well, he didn't even slow down when he rounding first. He was looking 2 bases the entire way, and makes it into second comfortably.
So he gets a single, and then he goes to second on an error by the Hilltoppers. Now the ball gets away from Esteban. Throw to third, and he's safe. So taking off, Adrian Garcia, the left fielder. He was on second after he got that ball hit into right field, but this time, as it gets away from Esteban momentarily, Esteban scoops it up, throws it, heaves it down there to third base, trying to get it down to the hill and to third base for the Hilltoppers. And anyway, and there's a called strike. The batter right now is Marcus Salazar, and he is a center fielder. So Marcus up to bat, takes a swing. And
that's off the fan. That's off the screen. 0-2 the count to Marcus. He drew a walk to lead off this ball game and did. He came around to score.
Yeah, he did. He went to second on a pass ball, and then he was able to come in on a hit by let's see, that was by Hadden Griego. Jaden, I guess it is. Jaden Griego.
Yeah, on a beautifully executed hit and run play.
Yes, absolutely. So Marcos goes down and he's called out. So that's strikeout, makes it now 1 away. And let's see. Late Mike, we had Zach Salazar, and
so he attempts a bunt, and that bunt goes high, but it goes over the head of Taylor Drake. Drake's got to run it down. Meanwhile, coming around to score was Hadrian Garcia. So not the prettiest bunt you'll ever see, but 100% effective, and that brings in the run. 4-2 ball game, and that is going to bring up Loma Maya to the plate. Tyler Loma Maya, the number 3 hitter. but not the prettiest bunt you'll ever see, but worked out just as well as the prettiest bunt you'll ever see.
Yes, and so the sacrifice bunt puts that Zach Salazar out, but that brings home Adrian Garcia, as Mike said, makes it a 4-2 ball game. At the plate right now is Tyler Lomamaya. So Tyler Lomamaya is the shortstop, and the count right now to Lomamaya is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Taylor way ahead. This one is outside, but boy, stretching for it. And then I don't know whether it got away from. They're just saying he's out. I didn't see the ball get away from Esteban.
No, it didn't, and I think he thought that the ball hit the ground, and even if Esteban picks it up after it bounces, then it is still considered not a completed strikeout. But I thought Esteban caught it, and the umpire agrees. So that'll do it for the inning. But the Sun Devils do come up with another run. They get to 1 run on 1 hit. No topper errors, and let's see, nobody left on base. But just nice kind of a bloop double out to right field to lead off the inning for the Sun Devils. Adrian Garcia, and he comes around to score on a kind of a interesting sacrifice bunt, but works well enough for the Sun Devils purposes. So 4-2 ball game after 3 complete innings. So
they come around out of the top of the 4th, Mike, and let's see what that fantastic batting lineup for Los Alamos looks like.
Well, coming up, they're going to have the top of the order coming up. Caden Thornton due up. He's the center fielder.
I thought Elijah was.
No, you were absolutely right. Elijah is. They did it to me again.
Same situation.
Yeah, same situation. Caught stealing Maddox Martinez was at the. It was the 3rd out while Elijah was up. So Elijah is, in fact, the first batter of this 4th inning. Then we'll go around to the top of the order. Caden Thornton and then Ty Swavely to face off against Zach Salazar.
Elijah came up in the 2nd inning, struck out. This takes a hard cut at that first pitch.
And Elijah, of course, a basketball player.
He played that inside game in basketball. Boy, there he whacks a hard ground ball to second base, and an easy play for the second baseman for Espanola, and that is Leonardo Arevalo.
Nice play there by Arevalo out there at second base. I haven't had a little English on it, but Leonardo able to scoop it up and and he turtle powers his way over to throw it to first, so gets him in plenty of time.
Yeah, so that right away at the plate, Caden Thornton, he wastes no time on the first pitch, and this one's going out into right center field, going to be pulled over by the center fielder. So coming in to make the catch is Marcus Salazar out there in right center. So that ends up retiring according to Caden Thornton. And now, Mike, we've got Ty Swavely, the left fielder for Los Alamos, comes to the plate.
Yeah, Swavely flew out to left field in the 1st inning.
He's the number 2 batter in the order. Like you say, flew out to start things off.
He's either walked or hit by a pitch, and I'm not sure which in the 2nd inning. I thought I actually didn't see him get hit, but his at bat was like 4 seconds long. I didn't think he had enough time to get walked.
Yeah, really. So anyway, right now the count to Ty is 2-1. As he is the number 2 batter in the order. He'll be followed by Grant Watkins, who's a designated hitter. And now the count goes to 3-1. Tyler way ahead in the count right now. And so facing Zach Salazar, he fouls this one off, of course, so it's 3-2. Anytime you have a 3-1, it's always going to go to 3-2. You can always count on that. So let me tape some of this stuff down. Whoa, inside pitch. Boy, and Tyler, yeah, I mean, it stuffed him. I mean, he kind of tried to back up and take a swing at it. I mean, he just scrunched him. So Tyler goes down. He strikes out. And at the plate will be Grant Watkins.
No, that'll do it. That'll do it for the inning.
Oh, that was the last one.
That was out number 3. So that is it for the Toppers.
Golly, what did I miss? Okay.
Well, let's see. Elijah grounded out to second, and then the one pitch to Caden Thornton. He flies out to the right field, and then a defensive swing there by Swavely. I actually thought that might have hit him for a second, but if he swings at it and it hits him, it doesn't actually matter if it hit him or not.
Yes,
that is a strike.
Yeah. So
it may have touched him. It may not have touched him. It doesn't matter.
What did Caden do?
Caden flew out to right field on one pitch.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So quick inning there for Zach Salazar. And Toppers still up 4-2 in this ball game, but the door's still open for the Sun Devils. Like we were saying, Gene, we really weren't expecting much out of the Sun Devils today, but they are hanging very, very tough.
Yeah, they really are, and it's a much better ball game than we expected. And so
up to bat for the Sun Devils. They'll be led off by Jaden Griego, the third baseman. He'll be followed by Adrian Padilla, the first baseman, and Lauren B. Hill, the right fielder, due up.
And so right now the score 4-2 as Espanola put a run in that last inning. So it's 4-2 for Espanola. The first batter right off the bat takes the first pitch. That's Jaden Griego.
Oh, that is not brought in. That drops in left field.
Wow. Yeah, I thought they had that one, Charles. And so that ball drops in. Boy, high fly ball out there. And Hilltopper's not able to pull it in. So Jaden Griego starts things off with a nice single. And so he goes down to first base, and that'll bring up Adrian Padilla, and he is the first baseman. So right now we have a runner on first. First pitch. This is going to get away from Esteban. That is easily going to allow the runner to head down to second base as Jaden Greer goes down to second. And then Adrian Padilla still at the plate. Count to him right now is 1 ball. And that 1 ball was a pass ball. And that allowed Jaden Griego to head to second base. So we have Adrian Padilla up there standing in, ready to, in the batting position, ready to face Caden Thornton. Hard hit by Caden, hard pitch by Caden. That one's fouled off against the screen. So Caden right now is ahead 1-2 on Adrian Padilla. So Adrian, first baseman, and he actually flew out to the pitcher first time he was up. Swings and misses on a hard fastball. Boy, I mean, Caden didn't take anything off of that thing. So that's going to bring up now that'll be the right fielder, Mike. Lauren V. Hill.
Lauren V. Hill, yes.
What did he do last time?
So Lauren V. Hill led off the second inning. He struck out, and that was a 1-2-3 inning, 3 straight strikeouts for Drake, just overpowering, and Drake throwing very, very hard. And attempted bunt there, and that's going to go foul for Lauren V. Hill. 1 out here, runner at second base. So Sun Devils would love to get him around. Taylor would love to keep him where he is.
Yes. So right now it's 4-2, and they have a runner in scoring position with one away. Lauren V. Hill is at the plate. Struck out, as Mike said, the first time he was up. He was the leadoff batter, and he struck out. The next two also struck out. And this one now is he takes a hard cut at it. So Lauren V. Hill is once again, he's way behind on the count to Taylor. Taylor's way ahead at 0-2. And we are in the bottom of the fourth inning, 4-2 ball game. Espanola trying to get something going. They have a runner in scoring position. There's only one away. And this one now pitch is going to be just a little off, slightly inside. And then Leonardo Arevalo is on deck circle. And they actually have an on deck. So on deck circle is a red rug. There's a ground ball down the first baseline that goes foul. Yeah, the on deck circle, they have a red rug out there for him to stand on. The Hilltoppers have their little on deck circle is they paint a little circle.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever seen a rug, but that's what they have here, and they, gotta mark it off some place, and some places don't. They don't have anything.
I know. We need an on deck circle. Here, take my rugs. At least they're not square. So anyway,
one of those ones that go around the toilet and they have the cutout for the toilet. Glad we don't have that.
Well, they could stand in that little cutout.
That's true. That is very true.
Yes. Anyway, boy, there was a great pitch by Taylor, called a ball. I couldn't believe that one. There's a swing and a miss, and Esteban right on top of that pulls it in. So that makes it another strikeout now for Taylor, and the runner still at second base. That is Jaden Triego, and here comes Leonardo Arevalo, and he is the second baseman. So Leonardo, let's see, he struck out the last time he was up. In fact, the first three batters last time all struck out. As they went 3 up, 3 down. The first pitch to him is a called strike. So Leonardo Arevalo. Don't see a whole lot of Leonardos. Swing and miss. That's going to make it strike 2. So Taylor Drake complete control right now. He has 2 outs. Allowed a single by Jaden Griego, who's now at second base on a pass ball. But then the next 2 batters strike out. And right now, Leonardo Arevalo in danger of striking out also, and he does. So after the first runner gets on to second base after a base hit, then Taylor comes out and strikes out the next 3. So Taylor decided to give them a little taste of hope. Let the first runner on, let him get down to second, and then you just take care of the rest of the batters. So
yeah, you didn't need to do that. That was unnecessary.
Yeah, it really was.
But Taylor throwing very, very well after that first inning. He strikes out the 3 straight batters. It's actually struck out 5 in the last 2 innings. So for the Sun Devils, they get no runs on no hits, 1 error, but Taylor able to pitch around that, and 1 left on base. 4-2 ball game. The Sun Devils, like we said, that first game in Los Alamos, it ended up 24-3 in favor of Los Alamos. We really didn't think the Sun Devils were going to put up much of a fight today, but they are right here. They were a couple of hits away from quite possibly stealing that game 1, and then they are hanging out. They are hanging tough here right now, 4-2 heading into the 5th inning. So that's still very much anybody's ball game. Wish I could see it, but I cannot because of the dust. But
oh my God!
Wow, that was quite the wind gust we just had here.
We're in the middle of a desert sandstorm right now. As we see the hills rolling in toward us. Anyway, whoa, we're getting pelted with everything.
All right. So Grant Watkins going to lead things off here for the Toppers in this top of the 5th, followed by Taylor Drake and Charles Steinkamp. Ground ball to Loma Maya. Boy, that ground ball completely ate him up. He rebounds, he picks it up and throws a strike, and he gets Grant Watkins by half a step at first.
Yeah, I thought Grant was going to make it.
I didn't think he had a prayer to get him.
No, I didn't either. And that was really, really close. We're in the top of the fifth inning. First pitch to Grant was as he not hard a ground ball out to the shortstop who had trouble getting a hold of it. Did get a hold of it enough in time to get the throw down to first to catch Grant. So the Hilltoppers not wasting any time taking swings at that thing. As Elijah is up for the Hilltoppers right now is Taylor Drake, the pitcher.
Line drive into left field. That's going to get by the left fielder to the fence. And Drake going to take off for second, and he is going to make it standing up. So double for Taylor Drake. 1 out, double for Drake, and the Toppers trying to get something cooking here with the 1 out. And this line drive right into left field, got by the left fielder. There is a brick wall out there as well, and that one, it looked like it pelted off of that one. Taylor might have had a chance for 3 bases had that been like a regular wall.
Like the ones where you get stuck in the fence.
Well, no, that would have been 2 bases if it gotten stuck.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Charles Steinkamp up for Los Alamos right now. He is a right fielder, and he's gotten on base both times. And so this one's going to get away from the catcher, Zachary Zarano. He hustles over to get it, but that's going to move Taylor Drake down to third base. So Taylor goes to third. Steinkamp at the plate right now, and the count is 2-0. So
and
he's ahead on the count, nobody out.
Steinkamp with a double last time. That was not a run-scoring double, though. At
That's right.
Yeah, Diego Rodriguez, who was the golden runner, held up. I don't know if he thought it was going to get caught. It really didn't look like there was any danger of getting caught, but he was held up, and Charles is on again with a walk.
So do we have a golden runner down there?
Yes, that is Diego Rodriguez at third base.
Yeah, so he's running for Taylor Drake.
So first and third here as Steinkamp draws a walk. Third time he's been on base in this ball game. And that's going to bring,
go ahead.
That'll bring Jack Moudet to the plate with a big chance here.
Yeah, Moudet, right now he loves the outfield. He put one out into right field, which was caught. Then he put a nice deep one into left field, which was caught. Actually, it was caught and dropped, but they said no. He held it in a glove for the required whatever seconds you have to hold it in a glove. God, this wind is killing me. So
I believe it's a 3 count, just like the WWF. You know,
yeah.
I think that's how long you have to hold it.
Yeah, really. The umpire drops to the turf.
Yeah, he slaps the grass and
swing, boy. Wild swing time by Jack Moudet. He was aiming for that outfield again. And the thing, Mike, that kills me about the wind is you tape everything down, but there's so much grit on everything that this tape won't stay down. Too much grit on the tape on everything. So Jack Moudet swings, misses, gets away from the catcher momentarily, but that's that.
Nice pitch there from Salazar, and a nice reception there by Serrano. Serrano's having himself a heck of a defensive game behind the plate.
Well, you pointed that out a little earlier. We've seen during the season, we're pretty well into the season at this point now, and boy, we've seen a lot of catchers get a lot of workouts. I mean, they're just, I don't know what it is, but it's softball and baseball. The old catchers are under the gun all the time to keep that ball in. And so the pitch is a called strike. That's going to make it 1-1 to the batter, Lucas Maestas. He's the second baseman for the Hilltoppers. This pitch is going to go inside, and that'll make the count 2-1. Maddox Martinez is up next for the Hilltoppers. If that's if Lucas gets on base. There's 2 away. Whoa, nice pitch. Wow. Boy, the Espanola crowd didn't like that. And I don't blame them.
I don't know where that missed. That was a good looking pitch.
Wow, good pitch. So it's a 2-1, and there's called strike. So that's going to make it 2-2. So Tice called strike to Lucas. Hard fastball. So Zach Salazar ready. And this one's gets away from the catcher, still gets away from the catcher. So the Hilltopper is going to bring in 1 run to score. And let's see, he took a swing at that, and he tipped it foul. And so the catcher couldn't get to it, and he took out after it, slid to the ground in the dirt, and had a lot of trouble getting up and getting a hold of the ball so easily. Lucas Maestas ends up going down to first on that, and then coming in to score that time was Diego Rodriguez, as he was running for Taylor Drake, and then ending up on third base is Charles Steinkamp. So Steinkamp goes around to third. Lucas is on first, and Jack Mude is at the plate for Los Alamos. Is that right? No, I'm sorry. Maddox Martinez is at the plate. So right now, Mike, there's 2 outs. Espanola had a chance to get out. They actually did strike Lucas Maestas out, but then the catcher couldn't get a hold of the ball. There's one right up the knees. I mean, right smack across the knees. And that was to Maddox Martinez, and that makes the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I know some inside breaking action, too. That was almost a screwball.
Yeah, so it really was. I mean, it was right at the knees, and like you say, it's a good thing it wasn't inside anymore. But so Maddox, the shortstop for Los Alamos. Maddox is ready for this pitch. Is going to be inside for a ball, high and inside. It's 2-2. The score right now is 5-2. The Hilltoppers up by 3, and we are in the top of the 5th inning. So there's been a couple of hard-fought games here. Ground ball, and that's going to get away from the third baseman and go out into left field. That looked like another routine play, Mike.
That absolutely was a routine play right at the third baseman, and that goes right through the wickets and into left field. That's going to score Charles Steinkamp. So that's going to make it a 6-2 ball game. And boy, I got to tell you what. Zach Salazar has got to be super frustrated. He could have gotten out of this inning unscathed.
Oh, yes, he could have. That's twice now. That's 2 outs. It's 2 outs that got away from him.
So that's going to bring Elijah Ortiz, the number 9 batter, to the plate. And Ortiz, his last at bat, grounded to second base. Nice pitch there from Salazar, and 1-1 the count to Elijah Ortiz. Runners at first and second here for the Toppers. So not done yet here with a 6-2 lead.
No, not at all. I have runners right now on first and second. And let's see, Elijah struck out, grounded out. So as they say, he's due. I don't know why they say that. Why is he due? Well, you didn't do anything your first 2 bats, so you're due.
Well, if he's hitting, 333 on the season, then 0 for 2. So obviously he's going to get a hit here.
Yeah, like that the kid said. And what was the cartoon? Said the thing he liked about baseball is that you can bat like a 333, and that means you're getting on base 1/3 of the time, and you're a great hitter.
That is true. Go hit 333 in the majors. They'll build a wing for you in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, they will. So Elijah, 2-2 to Elijah with 2 outs.
Did he get a piece of that? I didn't think he got a piece of that last pitch. He must have.
Yeah, he had to. It was strike 2, so he must have. And there he doesn't get a piece of anything but air. And so down goes Elijah. Big tough kid, played under the basket, played inside. He was on the interior for Los Alamos on the basketball team. Boy, he was an animal on the boards. He was fun to watch. So Elijah Ortiz goes down swinging. And so that'll going to bring this inning to an end. But right now let's see, 4-2. So after 4.5 innings right now, Mike, we're looking at what, a 6-2 ball game. Is that right?
6-2 in favor of the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers here. The Toppers, as we said, if they can win this, hold on to win this ball game, they will be in a very, very good position to take another district title here. And they have been very, very impressive throughout the district season. But really they really had to scramble to win that first game over the Sun Devils. It was a 2-1 ball game heading into the 7th inning, and that was anybody's ball game. And Toppers did manage to scratch a run out in the 7th inning and win that one 3-1. And this has been kind of a battle up to this point here, but the Toppers finally do have a little bit of breathing room, up 6-2. So up for the Sun Devils here in this bottom of the 5th, they're going to bring Ricky Padilla, the designated hitter. He's going to be followed by Hadrian Garcia. He is the left fielder, and then we'll swing around to the top of the order. Marcus Salazar, the center fielder. So Padilla is ready to go against Drake, who has looked very, very good, and he starts with a powerful fastball for a strike. And Taylor's not even pretending he's doing anything else. He's throwing it as hard as he can. Say, here, see what you can do with this. And
yes.
And so far for the Sun Devils, the answer has been not much.
Yeah, Ricky Padilla is a designated hitter.
And he goes down on 3 pitches, and Drake not messing around at all. 3 fastballs right down Broadway, and Ricky could do absolutely nothing with them. So quick punch out there for Drake, and he's already ready to go again. He is taking on Adrian Garcia. He is the number 9 batter, and he starts him off with a strike. Nothing but fastballs here from Drake. He just no screwing around here.
Yeah, he hasn't been throwing much in the way of curves. There's a nice little bunt that's come down the first baseline, and that's going to be, was that hit by the batter? He's out. Batter hit the ball.
Well, they're going to say it scooted out just foul.
Oh, is that what they're calling?
I guess so. And that was foul by what, an inch?
Yeah,
maybe.
Well, I thought that Hadrian was running down the first baseline. I thought he hit him in the foot, or he actually ran into it.
Yeah, which he would have been out, but that Drake just watching that go foul. We have one out of play. I don't know where it went, but it didn't hit me, so that's all that matters. But wow, a great bunt attempt there, and Drake had no chance to get him. His only chance was to hope it went foul, which it did.
Adrian Garcia at the plate. It's a 1-2 count right now. Here comes more wind.
The 1-2 the count, and the last pitch from Drake, that was just off the plate.
I think the last blow we had, there's no sand coming with this blow. I think it blew everything off.
You might be right. Yeah, there isn't a whole lot of dust in the air because I don't know if there's much left. So 2-2 the count here. Yeah. To Garcia.
So Hadrian waiting. This is a called strike, right above the knees.
Right, admired that pitch. Nice pitch.
It really was.
You don't want to upset a pitch like that.
No, you have to let that go by. That's a highlight pitch.
It really is. So 2 down here, 2 strikeouts. So the last 5 batters in a row, Gene, have gone down on strikes. And that last one, we called third strike. That's going to bring the top of the order up. And that is Marcus Salazar. Salazar got on a walk and came out around to score in the first inning.
And struck out in the third inning.
And yes, he struck out in the third. And that one, ground ball to second base. Oh, we had a little bit of collision at first. That one right there in the hole, picked up by Maestas, but he was lying on the ground and he couldn't get up to throw the ball. So he flips it over to first, and able to beat it out was Salazar.
Barely.
Yeah, that was a close play, and like I said, Lucas had he was literally laying on the ground when he flipped that over, and it almost got him. What a heck of a play just for Lucas to stop that one, but that is going to go as an infield hit. So that was going to break up 5 consecutive strikeouts, but Taylor's right back to work here against Zach Salazar.
Yeah, Zach is the pitcher. got on a fielder's choice, and then he got on. Let's see, he was thrown out on a fielder's choice, and so he had a bunt sacrifice, but a pretty bunt. So this ball's
that's a problem. That's a problem. That's good. He's safe.
Yeah, see, that he puts that one right down the first baseline, and it just stayed down the first baseline, kept going. Taylor Drake trying to get over to it, could not get over to it. He finally caught up with it. He was only a couple of feet from first base, but as he was chasing the ball, unfortunately, Zach Salazar beat him to the bag. So Zach gets on.
A nice bunt there by Salazar, the first and second, and that is going to bring up Loma Maya, the number 3 batter, and if he can do something here, he can put his team right back in this ball game.
Yeah, he really can. He's a shortstop. So Tyler Lomamaya had a walk and a strikeout so far. And right now he's facing he's got a 2-1 count. So he's a little bit ahead of Taylor Drake to start things with the runners on first and second. Takes a swing at this one, fouls it off. That's going to make it 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. And we are in 2 runs for Espanola right now.
And if I can find another 2, I'll let you know.
Right.
Actually, Loma Maya is bad. His uniform number is 2. So
right.
Perfect.
Yes, couldn't be better. So
and his favorite order at McDonald's, number 2. So you can't beat that.
Quarter pounder with cheese. So anyway, there's a nice bunt. That was going to go foul.
And that'll do it.
It wasn't foul.
No, it was foul, but he had 2 strikes on him.
Oh, that's right.
And he attempted bunt.
Why would you do that?
I don't understand that at all. And actually, it wasn't a bad bunt, but it went foul. With 2 strikes, you can't roll the dice like that.
No,
I don't understand that. I don't know if that was called or Loma Maya thought he saw something, but
strange call.
Well, and actually now he's kind of pointing at himself as he walks out to shortstop. I think he did that on his own. And I imagine he's going to hear about that at some point.
Yeah, probably.
But in any event, so the Sun Devils look like they might have something cooking, Gene, but end up going down, no runs on 2 hits, no topper errors, and 2 left on base. And those were 2 big runners. 6-2 ball game after 5 complete innings, but missed opportunity there for the Sun Devils.
Yeah, they really did. Of course, they had a couple of those bunts they put down, especially that one bunt. It was perfect right down the first baseline. Just kept rolling down the baseline, and Taylor Drake could not get to it. He finally did get to it about the same time that the batter got to the bag, because the batter and Taylor and and the ball were all racing each other. But the Hilltoppers are they're ready to get things going in a hurry to start this top of the 6th inning. And they are going to bring up that look like let's see, the top of the order, Caden Thornton will be at the plate.
Got 1, 2, and 3. Thornton, Swavely, and Watkins due up here in this top of the 6th inning. Toppers would love to add a couple of extra insurance runs, but this has been a 6-2 ball game, and it's been pretty tight most of the way.
Yes, it has. And the thing that's crazy, Mike, is we try to pick the games where we think are going to be the more competitive. So we thought the softball game was going to be very, very competitive. Hilltoppers barely won that one 7-5 in Los Alamos. Ended up scoring 13 runs in the 2nd inning. So good choice again. Then we come up here and it's a 2-1 ball game in the first game. But this is a good game going on right now. Here, there's a wild pitch.
6-2 ball game, but I mean, this could be a 3-2 ball game right now. Salazar just had his defense has kind of let him down a couple of times.
Yeah, it really has. Well, he's had routine outs, had a routine strikeout, got away from the catcher, had a routine ground ball down to third, got away from the third baseman. It's just, and so and now starting things off, Caden Thornton, he draws a walk.
And that might do it for Salazar, the manager, Joe Padilla coming out and a really long face there for Zach Salazar.
Don't take me out, Coach.
It's like, come on.
Yeah.
It's one stupid walk. Come on, but I think that's going to do it.
As Richard Martinez would say, don't take it away from me.
Do not take this away from me. And
he was playing for the state championship, and he was all over the place. And so the ref was just about to call a tech on him right at the end of the game. Very important. The ref came over and Richard just almost got on his knees. Don't take this away from me. Don't take this away from me.
Richard Martinez, had they teed him up, it would have been well deserved.
Yeah.
But the official, he had some pity on Richard.
Yeah,
Martinez.
He really did.
But Richard, and we kind of poke fun at him every now and then, but he's one of our favorite guys, and we've been accused of not liking him, and that is not true at all.
No, he's a good guy.
He's a really good guy, but he is prone to some antics every now and then. So
it looks like Tyler Lomamaya is going to go to the mound, Mike, for Espanola. So he'll replace Zach Salazar, and Tyler was the let's see where it was.
He was playing shortstop, so he's going to move to the mound. We'll see if Zach stays in the game or not. I don't see him. They might. Oh no, there he is. So he is.
So I guess he'll go to short probably.
This might just be a switch for switch here. So we'll see. But Toppers up 6-2. Runner on first base, and Toppers would love to bring him across and go up by 5. That is usually your ideal lead, is a 5-run lead. That means you can survive a grand slam if you had to.
So Tyler Swavely, the left fielder, coming up for Los Alamos, and he struck out in the first, walked in the second. No, he flied out in the first, walked in the second, and then he struck out in the 4th inning. So Tyler at the plate, number 2 batter for Los Alamos in the order. He is the left fielder for the Hilltoppers. Well, let's see. I think we're going to finally get going here. Throw over to first. So the first pitch for Tyler Lomamaya is a throw to first. This one gets away from the catcher, and down to second base goes Caden Thornton. So Mike, like we said, they are really working right now. Old Zachary Serrano.
He has had a tough ball game, and he had no chance of stopping that pitch. There was nothing he could do about it.
No, not at all. It's a straight fastball, boy, and right down the middle. Tyler takes a swing, fouls it off. But boy, that was a good-looking pitch. So Tyler, looking right now at it's 1-1. Seems like he's throwing more pitches than that. So it's 1-1. And there, Tyler gets that bat on this ball. It's going to go out toward center field and behind second base. And
that's going to drop.
Yeah, I thought the second baseman was going to pull that in. And that second baseman right now is Adrian. That is Leonardo Arevalo. And I thought he was going to get that.
I thought so too. It looked like he got a little turned around though, and just kind of maybe lost sight of the ball a little bit. But anyway, that'll drop in for I'm going to give him a base hit.
Good idea.
Because I've been accused of being too lenient as in terms of scoring, but I'm going to give him a base hit on that.
Yeah, a little change of pace here.
Just way too lenient.
Left-handed batter Grant Watkins at the plate for the Los Alamos. And he gets a piece of this one, but it's going to go foul and down into the right field, into the left field area. So we have runners on first and second. Grant Watkins, a designated hitter and a good hitter, number 3 batter for Los Alamos in the order. He's at the plate. He'll be followed by Taylor Drake, who's the cleanup hitter. So the Hilltoppers right now, if Grant can get a hold of one, and this one,
he got a hold of that.
Boy, did he get a hold of that. Boy, I mean, say goodbye to that one. Wow. I mean, you talk about the grand slam. He was close. Had 2 runners on. Boy, he put that thing over the left-handed batter. He put that thing over the right field fence, and that ball is still going. So hope you didn't park your truck over there by the softball field.
I kind of did. I think I'm in foul territory, and that one was the dead straightaway right field. No doubt about that one. Watkins just looked like that pitch a little bit inside, but Watkins just 100% turned on it, and that was an absolute bomb. 3-run home run. 9-2 ball game. So the Toppers in very, very good shape right now.
Yeah, I guess.
So 7-run lead here as we head into the final inning and a half, and still nobody out.
So nobody out, and Taylor Drake comes to the plate. A clean slate here for Taylor, and he starts out with no outs, nobody on. He's just like the leadoff hitter.
Yeah.
We Sermon on the mound.
And I think that's going to be it for Loma Maya. I think the coach was asking for the ball. Let's see if he's going to talk himself out of it. I think he's trying to.
Yeah. Well, it's a shame, too, because Espanola had put together a good ball game. And we expected a really good ball game. And then all of a sudden, Grant Watkins just blows it wide open with a beautiful 3-run homer. And I think we are going to have a new pitcher.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we are, and that is going to be, I think that's Jaden Griego.
12.
Yes, Griego is going to take over. So third Espanola pitcher of this inning, and Loma Maya taking out Grant Watkins, going about as deep as you can go here. 3-run shot, and this game has been blown wide open by that one. A very, very competitive ball game up till this point, and then the Sun Devil pitcher in the first game did a whale of a job too, but I don't know how deep their bullpen goes. Maybe not deep enough for 2 ball games, but Zach Sanchez, a starting pitcher here, or Zach Salazar, the starting pitcher for the Sun Devils. Admirable job. Didn't have a whole lot of help from his defense today, unfortunately. And then big 3-run blast from Grant Watkins. Oh my goodness, that was he just crushed that pitch.
There wasn't much question. That thing just took off, and it just seemed like the closer it got to the fence, the more it seemed to lift up, and it just sailed over that fence. All all the right fielder out there could do standing there was Lauren Vigil. All he could do is he kind of took a little half jog toward the fence, but
Yeah, just in case, that the wind blew it back in or something. Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot he could do about it. So
no, he just realized that this thing is gone, and
Right.
it was gone. And so, Mike, that'll bring up once again. Let's bring up Taylor Drake, and the pitcher, nobody on, no outs. It's just like being the leadoff batter. As Grant Washington just gave him 3 runs, a 3-run cushion. So I guess we finally got a ball we like. Okay.
Yeah, that other ball actually that Grego was throwing looked a little beat up, so I think they're going to take that one out of service.
Yes.
That one's white that he's throwing now. The other one was a little.
Yeah.
It looked like it had seen some action today. So
Yes. So the next game for Los Alamos will be Milwaukee, and that will be on Wednesday afternoon at 4:00. And let's see, the boys will play at 4, the girls will play at 4. I think we're going to cover the softball game, I do believe.
yeah, and the kind of crazy series last weekend for the softball team. Toppers not with a whole lot of trouble with the Elks, but the first game the Topper just crushed the Elkets 17-2. Second game actually ended up being a pretty good game.
Yeah, they really were. I was talking to some people. We did the first game. The Hilltopper just wiped them out. And then I was talking to some people that went to stay. Went to the baseball game. Talked to some people who stayed at the softball game, and they were telling me that the Milwaukee came up with a pretty good pitcher in that second game. It ended up being 13-7, but said it was a much, much better game. So I'm sure on that first game, it's a single game on next Wednesday. I'm sure they're going to go with their best pitcher, Caden Thornton. Knifes one out into left field, and that just barely goes over the foul fence. I mean, he wasn't very far off from that foul pole out there.
No, I got a hold of it. It just kept hooking on him, and finally ends up foul. But that might have gone over it. He kept it fair.
Yes, it would have. I think it would have cleared easily. So 2-1 is the count to the Hilltopper pitcher. This one, whoa. I mean, 2-1, and boy, it's 3-1 now. And boy, I'm telling you, Caden, he had that nice, pretty white helmet on, and it looked like it was going to get scuffed up a little bit. But he able to duck out of the way. Well, that was a tough pitch inside. And so Caden, as they throw the ball, and this one gets away from the catcher. So Caden, he can do nothing except just trot down as he gets the walk. I'm saying Caden Taylor Drake, actually. So Taylor gets the walk. And now here comes up Charles Steinkamp. And if anybody can put it over the fence, he can. We'll see what Charles will do here.
Charles had himself a nice game today.
Yes, he has. He's the right fielder for Los Alamos. Takes a swing at that one. I think he took a little bit off of that pitch because Charles was a little late on the swing. And so Charles, he'll be followed by Jack Mude. But Charles has scored 2 runs in this ball game. He's been on base all 3 times he's been up. Walked the first time that he was up. And then he got he got a hit, and then I believe he was walked again. So he's had a pretty good run at the plate. Scored 2 runs in this ball game. Is Charles Thorne? Yes, he has scored 2 runs. So it's 2-1 ball game. 2-1 is the count. 6-2 ball game. Charles Steinkamp looking at 2-1. This is going to be outside. Hits the dirt. Good stop by Zachary Serrano. So again, you got to give these catchers a lot of credit.
And Serrano particularly today, he has had a workout, but he has done very, very well. That one easily could have got past him, but he's able to get some leather on it. Whoa.
Oh, inside pitch. And let's see, that was a 3-0 pitch. And boy, it almost hit him.
And Garcia lost his footing, and his landing foot went out on him, and he ended up on the ground after he threw that. So that one high and outside, but I'm not sure what happened there, but he did not land cleanly on that.
No, that'll bring up Jack Mude. Yeah, so Espanola having a few problems out here as this one gets away from the catcher. That's going to advance the runners. So there's still nobody out here, Mike.
Now runners at second and third, and things starting to unravel here quickly for the Sun Devils. The manager back out. They're gonna make a change. That is, he is gonna make a change. I'll be darned. That is actually bending an unwritten rule there. If that is in fact what is happening. You can replace the pitcher whenever you want. However, generally, it is frowned upon to do that with a count already on the batter, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, the count right now is 1-0, and to the batter for Los Alamos, and that is Jack Mude, and. Well, let's see who we got pitching now.
And I believe that's Leonardo.
Yeah, number 4. So Leonardo Arevala.
Yeah, and they need the Sun Devils definitely need hero in a half shell right now. So.
Yeah, they really. It's right now, Mike. It's a 9-2 ball game, and 2 runners on one, second and third. We have Taylor Drake on third, or is that Diego? I guess that would be Diego on third, right? Running for Taylor.
Yes, that is Diego.
And Charles Steinkamp is at second base, and then Jack Mude is at the plate with a count of 1-0. But Mike, the thing is that if the Hilltoppers score 2 more runs, or 3 more runs, if they score 3 runs in this inning, and then Espanola not able to score in the bottom of the 6th, ball game is over.
Wow, and this was a tight ball game up until the last half inning. The Sun Devils had a chance. They were 1 hit away from getting right back in this game, and now things just completely falling apart here for the Sun Devils. This will be their 4th pitcher of the inning, and Leonardo Arevala coming in a very, very tough situation. Runners at second and third, nobody out. And 1-0 count to a Jack Mude. And that nice pitch. That was a nice pitch.
Yeah. So it starts off with a beautiful pitch as he's what is now for Espanola. So Arevalo at the mound. His pitch is a little outside. That's going to make it 2-1. He actually they handicapped him with a ball 1. So when they brought him in, the count was already ball 1. So he was already behind on the count as soon as he came in. So right now it's 2-1 is the count. And so Mude fouls it off. And
that hit somebody's car square. I could hear that from here.
Yes. I can't believe that people park their car. I mean, whenever I go to a baseball game or a softball game, I park as far away as I can. I mean, within reason. It was outside, way outside. Jack Mude, he almost had to step across the plate to hit it, but he does get a bat on it. This goes foul, so the count remains at 2-2. There's still no outs. 2 runners on, and the Hilltoppers are actually 3 runs away from closing this out. If they keep up their defense, this one's going to be outside, and that's going to. Well, let's see. He's going to get a hold of it. He's going to boom it out to right field, left field. So it was an outside pitch. He got stretched out there, got a hold of it. Good hit, way deep into left field, and so Jack Mude gets the sacrifice fly. As he flies out to left field. That makes it 1 away, but that scores from third base, here comes Diego Rodriguez in to score, and that's going to move Charles Steinkamp down to second. And now comes to the plate is going to be Lucas Maestas. And Lucas struck out the last time and then got on the bag on an error. So the ball got away from the catcher, and there goes the runner, and they got him in a pickle. Whoa. So they're going to get him, and they finally put the tag on Charles Steinkamp. What was he doing?
He took off like when Leonardo went into his stretch, and I'm not sure. I don't know if Charles thought he had taken off, and Jason Martinez is going to go over and ask him if there was a funny move there by Leonardo. I don't think there was, but Charles took off, and they get him easily in the quote unquote pickle. My favorite baseball term, the pickle.
Yes, I know you like it.
Love it. So that is your garden variety 1-4-5 put out, and that will. I only have 2 outs.
Me too.
Did I miss an out? Let's see. We had a walk, then we had a single and a home run, and
yeah,
I have 2 outs.
Yeah, the thing started off with Caden Thornton. He walked, and then Ty Swavely got a single, and then Grant Watkins with a 3-run home run.
Yeah.
Then they brought in Taylor Drake, who walked, and then and Charles Steinkamp, who walked, who just now got thrown out. Charles should have been he was the second out. Jack Moody flew out to left. Charles Steinkamp was tagged out.
I have 2 outs.
I only got 2 outs.
Where did I miss an out?
Well,
I don't think I missed an out. Did I miss an out?
I don't know what one it would be. They scored 3 runs. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. And let's see. I guess it was Lucas Maestas was at the plate. But
my only guess here, because they still have 9-2 up on the scoreboard.
Yes.
Did Diego leave early on the catch?
No, maybe so. I don't know.
That's my only guess. I have no idea where that 3rd out came from.
But I have Taylor Drake scoring off of that fly ball into left.
Well, that's what I thought had happened. But did they say that he left early?
I don't know. Maybe so. But it should be 10-2 with 2 outs.
Yeah, but right now it's 9-2 with 3 outs. So that's my only guess. That's where that came from.
Yeah,
so
that's the only way it could possibly be. That's the only other possibility that they have.
Wow. So
because when Taylor Drake came up, there were no outs, and they only put up 3 batters.
Wow. So anyway, and so 9-2 ball game. I guess that must have been what had happened. That's the only possibility, I think. Anyway, we have a new pitcher for the Toppers, and that is. I have no idea who that is. That is number 1. I didn't know we had a number 1. Well, let's have a look-see.
Let's see.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's Ty. Of course, that's Ty Swavely. What am I thinking? That is Ty Swavely.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the. He is
left. He was the left fielder. Now he comes into pitch.
So yes. So Ty is in. He's a left-handed pitcher, and he retires the first batter he faces, and that is going to bring up. Let's see.
So that's the throw. Yeah, batting right now for Espanola, and that was Adrian Padilla. He's a first baseman, and so.
And that's going to get into left field for a base hit. So clean single there for Padilla. So, and that is going to bring up, I think we've got a new batter here. That is Mario Maestas. He is a right-handed batter. He's a senior. He's coming into pinch hit here. 9-2 ball game. Been an interesting last couple of innings. but Maestas, he takes a cut from Swaley.
So he's batting for Lauren B. Hill, I guess. It looks like.
Yes.
Yeah, Lauren V. Hill. He's batting for Lauren, and Adrian Padilla is over on first base with that hit out into left field, and so Lauren V. Hill, and it comes in, and it's called a ball. And boy, the crowd didn't like that one.
That looked pretty darn good to me.
Here comes the wind.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I was worried we weren't going to have any more.
Oh my God! Here we come.
Oh, wow, this is a good one.
Second wave coming.
Yes.
Yeah. So here it comes. Hang on, everybody.
Yeah, we got timeout on the field, and
Yeah.
this is that was a good one. That was a good gust, and
Here comes the grit.
yeah, and at least I've got if I had one eye, it'd be a problem. I've got two eyes. I'm all right. But that was a nice gust of wind there, and anyway,
really.
won the count to
So
Mario Maestas. And let me wipe off my scorebook here.
I was
And
gonna say, let me wipe off my paper so I can see it. And he takes a cut. That's going to go out into left field, and the throw is going to go to second base, but heading down there to second base, so it was a one bouncer out into right field. Charles Steinkamp scooped it up and then got it over to second base immediately. But Adrian Padilla able to get down there and get safe, and then Lauren V. Hill. Well, actually, let's see, it wasn't Lauren batting, but
that was Mario Maestas, and he gets a pinch hit single. So first and second. So Sun Devils trying to get something going, maybe try to get back in this ball game, as Leonardo Arevalo is the next batter. So first and second, one out for the Sun Devils, getting close to their last gasp here.
yes, they are swing and miss on a hard fastball. Runners on first and second, and there's one away. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning. Hilltoppers up 9-2. We had them up 10-2, and still with another out coming. But I couldn't figure out where I missed it. So I think Mike was right. They must have.
That's my only guess. They're going to say Taylor Drake left early from third, and they got him on the appeal. That is my only guess where that third out came from.
Yeah, that's the only thing that knows. And so, boy, Arevalo takes a hard swing. I think he thought he had it. Stomps his foot as he missed that ball completely. Stomps his foot there next to the plate. Not a happy camper for missing that one. And so now here comes the wind again, and timeout on the field. So
it wasn't no wind.
We could have a commercial. Anyway, this one's going to get inside and hits the dirt, gets away momentarily from Esteban Trujillo, but Esteban able to scoop it up in a hurry and hold the runners. So we still have runners on first and second. Standing out there on second base is Adrian Padilla, and
wow. A nice pitch from Swavely. That was about an inch high. I thought they were going to ring him up, but he does not get the call.
Full count. 3-2, one away. And just a called strike. And I think, I'm not sure. I think for a moment, I think that the Arevalo was, I think he was taking off for first. He thought it was a ball, but then the umpire hollers out strike. So he just kept the bat and ran into the dugout. But I think he was heading for first because the call came a little late, but that's going to make it 2 away. And so right now, still a 9-2 ball game. So we're going to go the full 7 innings here. And the
Ricky Padilla up to the plate now. Want to know the count to him. 2 down, first and second for the Sun Devils. Nice pitch there from from Ty Swavely for a nice fastball for a strike. 1-1 the count. Swavely, left-handed batter, or left-handed pitcher rather.
Yeah, left-handed pitcher, bats right-handed. Grant Watkins is a left-handed batter and throws right-handed. So I don't know.
So if you see somebody that switches like that, it's almost always they bat left-handed and throw right-handed. This is very, very unusual. Somebody like Swavely.
Runner's going on the 3-2 pitch, and it's a called strike. So Ricky Padilla called out on strikes. So that ends the 6th inning, and the Hilltoppers still up 9-2 after 6 innings. And let's see, we are close to the bottom of the order. We'll start off with the bottom of the order. Hadrian Garcia will be the first batter up in the bottom of the 7th inning. But the Hilltoppers right now with a commanding lead, 9-2 over the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. As they had two. They changed pitchers. Hilltoppers came in with Ty Swavely, struck out the first batter, let the next 2 batters on, and then struck out the final 2 batters. So it took a little bit for Ty to settle down, but it didn't take him very long. So that ends the 6th inning, a 9-2 ball game right now. We're going to move around to the top of the 7th inning, and let's see, Mike, who's up?
Well, let's have a look-see. For the Toppers coming up here in the top of the 7th inning, they are going to have, looks like Lucas Maes is going to come. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, Lucas Maes is due up first. Actually, I think we're going to have a pinch hitter for Lucas. However, it looks like Diego Rodriguez coming out.
Number 10.
Pinch
here
hits.
comes Diego.
So Diego will hit first, and if the Toppers don't make any more changes, he'll be followed by Maddox Martinez and Elijah Ortiz. So the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for the Toppers. 9-2 lead in favor of the Toppers. I was 100% sure they were up 10-2.
Me too.
With 10-2 with 2 outs, and it ended up being 9-2 with 3 outs, and a little bit of a mystery where that 3rd out came from. Just guessing. I don't know what else it could be, but they're going to say
that's the only thing it could possibly be, because the first 3 batters got in, the next 3 batters got put out. So,
but Diego Rodriguez, he golden ran most of this ball game, but he comes in to pinch hit here on the top of the 7th inning.
So the golden hitter is at the plate. First pitch to Diego is high. Well, now the catcher and the pitcher, I think we're off on the signals again. So,
boy, Serrano is hot under the collar about something.
Yes.
He was maybe he laughed it off, but he was high. He was literally hopping mad going to the mound.
Yeah, he zinged out there in a hurry.
But apparently it has been resolved. Serrano with heck of a defensive ball game for the catcher, and boy, he's gonna be bruised up pretty good after this game. He is taking it from all sides.
Yeah, he's gonna need the whirlpool big time. So anyway, that's gonna make a ball 2 as that one goes into the dirt in front of the plate. So this swing is fouled off, and that's going to make it 2-1. Leadoff hitter in the top of the 7th inning. That is Lucas. Well, actually, it's right now Diego Rodriguez, and Diego batting for Lucas Maestas. Diego normally plays second base or shortstop, but they've been moving the lineups around here between the first and second game. Called strike at the knees. And that was just a kind of a subtle strike. They just kind of went across, and Diego made no move at it. The crowd, no reaction from the crowd, but we did get a Leslie Nielsen strike from the umpire. Awesome.
He needs to do the moonwalk.
Yeah.
I think that's really what's missing out of his repertoire.
I know. That'd be perfect. Swing and miss. Okay.
Nice pitch going upstairs from Leonardo Aravallo for out number 1. It'll bring up Maddox Martinez to the plate.
Yeah, he was a shortstop.
Yeah, that's where he goes now, but
Yeah.
nice, actually pretty nice game here for Maddox. He's had some productive plate appearances today, so good job on his part. Actually, pretty solid ball game all the way around for the Toppers. And outside of the 3-run home run from Watkins, and then a couple of unfortunate defensive plays out there, Sun Devils have been able to hang it with the Toppers most of this way.
Yeah, and so that, and this is going to go out into left field. That's going to drop in out there in left field, and so Maddox Martinez starts things off with a nice hit out into left field. So Maddox, with 1 away here, gets down to first base, and that'll should bring up Elijah.
No,
not Elijah.
We're gonna have Zach Gonzalez pinch hitting here.
So we got another change in the bat here. So batting for Elijah is Zach Gonzalez. So
Gonzalez, left-handed batter.
I think we have a couple of left-handed batters, and that's about it. But right now, looking over at first, Ariavallo starts to make the throw, pulls up on it, diving back was Maddox Martinez. And so right now at the plate,
Gonzalez, fastball runs inside on him. 2-0 the count. 1 out here, runner on first.
Zach Gonzalez, this one's going to be low. And so that's the called strike. I mean, that's a ball. 3-0. Okay. And, you're up 9-2. Take a swing at this one. I give you permission. Home run ball coming. Your left-handed hitter, you can put it over that. Whoa, and he throws the ball.
Yeah, that was not even close. So, but he had the green light from Gene Mortensen. I don't know why he didn't take it.
I know, go for it. You're up 9-2. You're going to get a meatball and swing away. And now here comes number 20. Who's number 20? Top of the order. He's batting right now for Caden Thornton. Do we have a 20?
That's a good question. We do not have a 20 listed. That could be. There's 2 possibilities, and I don't want to guess. Let me see if I can find
that lineup for that. That lineup will tell you those carbon copies are just stand out like you can't.
Yeah, they really do. I'm surprised I even have to look at it. It's just not jumping out at me.
It just should be right there. So we're going to try to find out who's up to bat right now. Batting for Caden Thornton, number 20. Don't have that on my roster. And so the count right now is 2 balls and 1 strike to the mystery player. Mike trying to find number 20 on his he takes a picture of the lineup, and the picture doesn't come out very well. Swing and miss. That's going to make it 2-2.
That is Julian Barros.
Julian Barros. Okay, awesome.
So
number 20, Julian Barros.
So we will make a note of that.
Yes.
So, since I had no idea who that was.
And she fouls this one off, so the count remains at 2-2. So the Hilltoppers are starting things off with they actually started things off with a strikeout. Then they got a single by Maddox Martinez, who's had a really good game today, period. And then and now Zach Gonzalez got a walk, so we have the runner on first, actual runner on first and second. On second base is Maddox Martinez. First base right now is Zach Gonzalez. At the plate, Julian Barros. And we'll see what this one's going to go in the dirt. So that's a walk. So, Mike, we have loaded the bases. This is the same situation when we came up here when we got here from softball game. It was the 7th inning, and it was at that time it was a 2-1 ball game, and they were in the top of the 7th inning. But so Barros goes around he's down at first with a walk, bases loaded, and 1 out. And here should be Ty Swavely. Yes.
Yes. And as I was saying, Swavely throws left and bats right. That is a very unusual combination. Like I said, if somebody does one with one hand and one with the other, it's usually they bat left-handed and throw right-handed.
And this one gets away from the catcher. No play at the plate. Sliding in for the Hilltoppers to score is Maddox Martinez. So Maddox comes in from third base, and he scores.
And the other runner's going to move up, and that is really the first time I think Serrano had a chance to scoop one of those up, and he didn't do it. And are we going to get another pitching change here?
I hope not.
That's certainly what it looks like.
We
are all set up to do that.
Hang on. I mean, what in the world, man? It's like it's a 10-2 ball game. We're going to go into the bottom of the 7th inning. Well, you can always hope. What the heck? So
well,
anyway,
the pitcher could come in and immediately score 8 runs for you on defense. So you never know.
So we have Zach Maddox is right now he's down at third base. And let's see.
I can't see who the pitcher is.
Ty Swavely is still the batter.
Yes, and it's
Caden. See Julian Barros, who came in for Caden Thornton. So let's see. He goes to second, and Zach Gonzalez should be at third. So he should be at third. And Julian Barros should be at second, and Ty Swavely is still at the plate. And who's the new pitcher?
That would be Adrian Padilla.
Right.
He started out at first base today, but he is coming in to pitch. And I got to tell you, his warm-up pitches have not been impressive.
Let's see. This is the number 5 pitcher?
Yeah, this will be the 5th pitcher of the ball game for the Sun Devils. And then Lauren Behill, the previous pitcher, started off okay, but just kind of things have kind of gotten away from him. But that's kind of been the story of the Sun Devils here in this game too. And boy, Adrian, I don't know. I hope he's got a little more than what he was just showing as he was warming up. That was those were not impressive throws.
No.
But we will see. 10-2 ball game. It's probably a moot point at this point, and that one way low and outside. First pitch from Adrian Padilla to
they had
Ty Swavely.
They hand him a ball 1 to start with. So his first pitch was a ball, and in fact the next 2 pitches are balls.
So that's going to put Swavely on, and like I said, there's a little bit of a unwritten rule in baseball. You don't change pitchers in the middle of an at bat
stream.
And the Sun Devils have done that twice now.
Don't change pitchers in the middle of a stream.
That's right.
That's what Abraham Lincoln said. That was his campaign slogan. So, anyway.
Hey, you could do worse than me. Come on.
Yeah, really. Grant Watkins is at the plate for Los Alamos. And Grant had a home run last time he was up. 3-run home run, by the way. Put Los Alamos up 9-2 at that point.
He has a chance for a grand salami here if he can get something to hit, but
yes, he does.
Padilla has not been anywhere near the plate so far.
Yeah, so
they're going to give him a strike? Oh, my goodness.
And so Grant pops this one up, and it's going to go out to the shortstop. Easy play for the shortstop, and that is and so that's, well, it was Tyler Lomamaya. I have no idea who it is now.
I think that's Salazar at short now.
And so Grant Watkins flies out to the shortstop. The bases are still loaded, and there are 2 outs.
And Gavin Coy to the plate. So
yeah, good basketball player.
Yes. So Topper's showing off their basketball skills today with Elijah and now Gavin.
Here comes Gavin Coy. There are 2 outs. The bases are loaded. Gavin with a ground ball to third. The throw to first is high, but they do pull it in. So Gavin Coy comes in to hit, and for Taylor Drake. And so anyway, he grounds out to third on the first pitch. So that will end that makes it 6.5 innings. So Mike, right now the score is we're looking at 10-2 at this point. And the Hilltoppers up. This is going to be the bottom of the 7th inning, and they coming to the plate. Let's see who we got, Mike.
Well, let's see. That's a good question. That last half inning took like an hour, so we'll see. So last batter for the Sun Devils was Ricky Padilla. So due up, we have no idea who's actually coming up. Adrian Garcia. Then we'll swing around to the top of the order. Marcus Salazar and Zach Salazar due up against Ty Swavely, who came in in the 6th inning in relief of Taylor Drake, who didn't get off to the best start in the world, but really settled down, and he was just mowing people away. And so it looked very, very even after 5, he was looking very, very sharp. But Swavely gonna take over. Probably Toppers at some point have to start thinking about the playoffs a little bit. Maybe that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Want to conserve Taylor's arm a little bit.
Yeah, I have Adrian Garcia as the first batter. See, I had it end with Ricky with a strikeout. So, but this is Hadrian coming to the plate.
Yes, I may have said Ricky was leading off, but that is Adrian Garcia. It's had by number 9 hitters actually had a pretty nice game for himself. But then we'll swing around to the top of the order, and Marcus and Zach Salazar, or M Salazar and Z Salazar. I like to say that as often as possible. So.
Yes. So Ty Swavely on the mound for Los Alamos. Left-handed pitcher, as Mike pointed out. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. And Hadrian Garcia, the first batter to face him, down by 10-2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. This one's going to be outside, and the count is, let's see, you should go to 3-0. Is that right? 2-0.
It's 2.
2-0. Okay. Swing and miss, and that makes it 2-1 to the leadoff hitter. Hadrian Garcia is the number 9 batter in the lineup. And then we'll move around to the top of the order. And it should be, it's supposed to be Marcus Salazar, but who knows?
Line drive to second base. And going up to get it is Diego Rodriguez for out number 1. Nice catch out there by Diego.
Yeah, so Diego, who had been pitch running, did bat the last inning. Now he's out there at second base where he normally plays, replacing Lucas Maestas. And so coming to the plate now is Marcos Salazar. He's the number 1 batter in the lineup. And so Marcus, let's see, he's done all right. He walked, he struck out, and then he got a single. He did score the first run for Espanola. As he got on base with a walk, and then Espanola, we had let's see, we had he was on a fielder's choice anyway. He finally came in to score in the first inning. So that was the first run. So at that point, it was a 2-1 ball game. But the Hilltoppers pretty well blowing it open since then. And the count right now is 2-1. Takes a swing. That's gonna. Well, it said the count was 2-1, and the scoreboard says 2-2. Now the scoreboard says 0-0.
So Marcus going down on strikes, and so the Sun Devils down to their last out. Tyler Swavey love to put this one away here, and he's facing Zach Salazar. Zach Salazar started the game on the mound for the Sun Devils. Actually, did not throw badly, but he didn't get a whole ton of breaks there, and
support killed him. He wasn't getting any support.
Not much at all. So as he fouls one off of Esteban Trujillo's mask, and Esteban, he's playing it off like he didn't feel it. I guarantee you he felt it.
That's right. Should have I'm surprised we don't have a concussion protocol.
And now I think he's feeling it.
Yes, he is.
He actually took off his mask, and he is kind of rubbing his forehead a little bit. I don't care how much equipment you're wearing. You get a foul ball off of your face, you're gonna feel that.
Yeah, and so the count right now is 2-2 to the batter, and that is to Zach Salazar, who pitched at one time. Started the game actually at pitcher, and this one is going to be a little ground ball back to the pitcher, going to be scooped up. Easy play at first. So Zach Salazar grounds out to Ty Swavely, and that will do it, Mike. So the Hilltoppers win this ball game 10-2. So the Hilltoppers now in 100% control in the district as they go to, let's see, this should be 8-0, unless I'm mistaken.
That is correct. 8-0 for the Toppers heading into last 4 ball games of the regular season, and the Toppers in very, very good position here in District 2-4A. And like I said, the next 3 games for the Toppers, at least the next 3 games, very, very winnable ball games. And if they can take care of the business, they should have this locked up, no problem. Heading into Taos at the end of the season. And funny things happen at Taos. You don't want to you don't want to have that game dangling around, hoping to do something, because you just never know what's going to happen up there.
Yeah, you don't. And so right now the Hilltoppers next Wednesday will take on Milwaukee. That's a single game at 4:00. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Moriarty in a doubleheader. They had no problem with Moriarty whatsoever in Moriarty. Won that one big time. And then they will finish off the season with they have the doubleheader against Moriarty, Milwaukee, and then they have a single game against Taos in 2 weeks. And that's the final game of the regular season. Yeah. And then we'll start. I guess we have a district tournament. Is that right? I don't know what they do.
They do not have a district tournament in baseball, but the Toppers, like I said, in first place in full command here in District 2 Quad A. They should, barring something funny happening, they are in very, very good position right now to win yet another district title. Toppers have been very impressive here so far. Ran into a bit of a hiccup in game 1. We were a little surprised. We were coming up here after softball, fully expecting. I was actually a little surprised the game was still going on, frankly. And I come up here thinking Los Alamos had probably put this one away many, many moons ago, and it was a 2-1 ball game when we got here, and that was something else. We just were not expecting that. So the Sun Devils nearly sneaking one away in game 1, and then for the majority of this game, we're right in the ball game with the Toppers. The things just kind of got away from them a little bit there toward the end of the ball game, but This was a tight ball game for most of the way.
Yeah, it really was. Grant Watkins actually blew it open with a 3-run home run over the right field fence. Left-handed batter, boy, he lifted that thing over the fence. But the Hilltoppers, like I say, they're going to play Milwaukee next. But as far as like the state playoffs, and I don't know, they keep changing everything. And of course, I don't know, they're not too worried about COVID anymore, I don't think. But anyway, what they used to do was they used to, the first place team and then the first place team and the last place team would have a triple header situation. They would play one game on Friday, as I recall, and then 2 on Saturday. It was the best 2 out of 3, and whoever was a 2 out of 3 got to go to, I guess, what it should have been the quarterfinals of the state playoffs. But
yeah, they're still doing that as of right now. So, which I think is a really good change that they implemented. What, about 6-7 years ago, I think.
yes.
So something like that, and the reason they have that 2 out of 3 series, and an excellent reason actually, there were plenty of teams. Basically, all they had was one really good pitcher.
Yes.
And if you do that, you can win that first game, and then you have time to get him rested and throw him in the second game. So, teams with nothing but one pitcher could make the semifinals.
Yeah, and that was the problem with softball, because the same girl could pitch all the way through. So if you went into the state playoffs and it was double elimination, and you faced a team that had an unbelievably good pitcher, and she could pitch both games. So, which surprised me to let them do that. But anyway, those pitchers that come out, there's no way you could hit them. I remember that pitcher from Bernalillo.
She was unreal.
She just dominated everything.
Yeah, if you subtracted her from the Spartans, they weren't that great.
No, they weren't.
But she was an almost unhittable pitcher, and she was also their best hitter.
Yeah, they'd win ball games 1-0 with her home run.
Yeah, her home run, and then striking out 14 batters.
Yes.
That was their winning formula.
Yeah, that was exactly it. So that'll do it for us, Mike.
All right. So the Topper softball team winning the first game down there against the Sun Devils in a rout, 18-0. And coming up here, and Sun Devils giving the Topper baseball team a little bit of a run for their money, a little bit more than I think we were expecting. The first game ends up 3-1. That really could have gone either way. And then this ball game, it ended up 10-2, but that wasn't that it was a tight ball game. Just kind of got away from the Sun Devils toward the end, but
they had some really critical fielding errors that really killed them. Like you say, that one inning, they should have gotten out of the inning unscathed, and then end up giving up 3-4 runs. So
yeah, and that kind of things kind of turned the tide. And then Grant Watkins with an absolute bomb in the 6th inning, and that one put things away. We're having a little photo shoot here for the
coaches,
for the Sun Devils.
One of the coaches lays down in front with
trust me, he is not a bathing beauty.
No,
he is not. He's not winning Mr. Universe anytime soon. I promise you.
No, that's for sure. So that's cool. So anyway, Mike, that's going to do it for us. And so the Hilltopper softball team, they come away with the win. We don't know what they did in the second game, but the down at Espanola, down at the softball field, but the Hilltopper baseball team takes 2. So the Hilltopper baseball team right now is at 8-0. And if the Hilltopper girls won that second ball game, then they would be up 7-1 in district play. So that's going to do it for us. So long day here for us. It came down to Espanola, did the softball, did the baseball, and hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate your support. And we also want to say thank you very much to Carol Clark and the Los Alamos Daily Post for making all this possible. Thank you for the support from the Los Alamos Fire Department, Los Alamos Police Department, and especially to Carol Clark for her support of Los Alamos High School athletics. And she's a grand, nice person for our community. She really is. So anyway, that's it. So we'll be back on the air on Wednesday, I think with softball, but we'll be back. Anyway, this is Gene Mortensen for Mike Mays and for John McHale. And the Hilltoppers come away with a, well, they win all the ball games that we watched. So anyway, and here comes the wind. So we're going to get out of here before we get blown out of here. So having a great weekend, everybody, and you can make it an even better weekend. All you got to do is put a little love in your heart. Don't forget to hug that penguin. But the most important thing you can always do is just be excellent to each other. And happy Easter, everybody. Hope you enjoy it. And we'll see everybody at church tomorrow. So this, and so Sweetie Pie, I love you, honey, and I miss you. I really miss you a lot, sweetie. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hi, I'm Daniel Roberts, a commander at Los Alamos Police Department. This year, the police department has joined the Be Visible campaign. As the weather warms up and people are going outside to exercise, walk, run, or some of the kids are riding their bikes, we're trying to join the Be Visible campaign, which is talking about safety equipment so people are more visible to oncoming traffic. Los Alamos Police Department is joining with a lot of other community members on giving out items such as reflective bands, bike stickers, reflective tape, shoelaces that are reflective so in low light it reflects off the headlights of cars. We remind people that are out and about to try to be visible, use flashlights, wear bright clothing, and do anything that's possible to bring their attention that somebody's outside on the side of the street. So we look forward to seeing anybody out there. We will be setting up various booths at organizations, and we have items to hand out. So be safe out there and try to be visible.
Hi, I'm Troy Hughes with Los Alamos Fire Department, reminding you that fall's upon us and winter's soon coming, so we'll start using our appliances more, like our furnace, our fireplaces. Make sure you get those appliances checked by a certified technician, especially the fireplaces. Make sure you've got a good chimney sweep, get that thing good and clean and ready to burn, and make sure you have a good working CO detector and smoke alarm in your home if you're going to use those appliances.